Write faster. If we don't get 10 scripts written by the time Linus gets back, he's gonna make us go to the lucky room.
I'm so scared.
Not the lucky room.
Sir, they're moving as fast as they can, but having to move their hands from the mouse to the keyboard is taking up valuable time. Not to mention the repetitive motion is straining their hands. Ay, Dios mío!
Not today, Lucky. Not today! Yeah, that's not what it's like to use this thing. It's kind of janky. But it's actually not as janky as it looks. The RollerMouse Red Wireless belongs to that kooky corner of the tech industry that doesn't try to give us the coolest looking, most gamerific products to help us get more headshots. No, the tribe that this gadget belongs to is the one trying to delay the slow death by sitting that all heavy PC users inevitably fall victim to. And if they have to make a weird, rolly wrist rest mouse thing to do that, by golly, so be it. They're saving your life for Pete's sake. Now, the idea, according to Contour, who makes the RollerMouse, is that the motion of moving your hand over to your mouse and back to your keyboard is one of the major culprits that can cause repetitive strain injury, or RSI. Moving your hand down a few inches instead of a foot or so to the side is definitely improvement in that regard, but how effective is it? Whereas other ergonomic mouse designs, like vertical mice, allow your hand to rest in a neutral, handshake-like position, the RollerMouse still requires you to pronate your wrist. That means your wrist is rotated inward, causing the radius and ulna bones in your arm to crisscross. So while it eliminates that repetitive side motion, it's still not perfectly ergonomic. But are any of us? Now, I called this thing weird earlier, but as far as ergonomic peripherals go, the RollerMouse doesn't look that bad. I mean, yeah, the concept of using a big roller as your mouse is unusual, but the whole device itself looks kinda classy. Its structure is metal with a silver, black, and red aesthetic and these nice leatherette coverings on the wrist rest. It does not look or feel like a cheap device that will break after a couple weeks, which is good because it's not cheap. It's $265, like really? But the price might be worth it if it saves you some trips to the chiropractor to fix your screwed up shoulder. Do you go to the chiropractor for that? Is it physiotherapist? Yeah. Acupuncture? So here's how the RollerMouse works. Rolling the bar up or down translates to vertical mouse movement, and sliding the bar translates to horizontal mouse movement. It ends up feeling a lot like using a trackpad on a laptop from an alien planet where everyone has wheels for hands, and this was the best solution they could come up with. Now you can either click by pushing down on the roller bar itself, or by using the surprisingly high quality left click button on the module below the roller bar. There you'll also find buttons for the right click, double click, copy, paste, cursor speed, and a scroll wheel, which also serves as a middle click. On the left side is a micro USB port for charging. Contour claims it can last 3 months on a single charge. And on the bottom, there's the power switch and a little cavity to hold the USB dongle. Using the RollerMouse is, as I mentioned, a lot like using the trackpad on your laptop. And because of that, I was able to adapt to it pretty quickly. Initially, I found it necessary to move both hands down to use my right hand for the roller bar and click with my left hand, but after a few hours, one-handed use was no problem. I found the best style for me is to manipulate the roller bar with one finger, the scroll wheel with another, and use my thumb to left click, since you can remap the double click button to also serve as a left, right, or middle click. There are a few other minor customization options here as well, like changing the force required to activate the click on the roller bar or disabling the click altogether. Now, this being an ergonomic device, there are also some things you can do to make the whole setup more ergonomic. It comes with these risers that can raise or lower your keyboard's height and angle to be flat with the roller mouse, and there's also 2 other types of wrist rest attachments available, the Red Plus Palm support for 20 bucks, and the arm support Red for another 150 bucks. What? No! Wait, is this product dumb? It might be. See, while the touchpad-like nature of the roller mouse makes it easy to learn, it also makes the benefits a real touchpad has over the roller mouse much more obvious. Pinch to zoom and 2-finger scrolling are the obvious examples, but a number of people in the office also remarked that the roller bar design seems less responsive and precise than their laptop trackpad. Moving the bar all the way to the right or left will make the cursor snap to that side of the screen, so at times you can't just drag the mouse directly to where you want it. The cursor will often go past your intended destination, and then you have to bring it back. Now, to be fair, I used this on my ultrawide monitor at my desk, and it was more of a problem there than it would be on a regular 16:9 display, but still. With all these buttons, I wish they'd have programmed one of them to pause mouse movement like on the key mouse that James reviewed, so I can, recenter the bar. That might have helped with the feeling that I was fighting the cursor sometimes. And like I mentioned earlier, while you are skipping the lateral motion of reaching for your mouse, which could be the solution for your particular elbow RSI, for example, it doesn't solve everything. Your wrist is still pronated, and you're still dealing with ulnar deviation while using the roller bar that is laterally bending your wrist, like this. So while the roller mouse might be better ergonomically for people with certain RSIs, I don't think I'd recommend it for the general public. Now, that said, I do find this whole idea of integrating a wrist rest with a mouse to be pretty interesting. And while reviewing the roller mouse, there were times where I liked having the mouse control right there, already under my fingertips. What I think would be really cool though is something like this, but with a touchpad. So I could also use gestures like pinch to zoom and 2-finger scrolling. Sadly, while there are a number of other wrist rest devices with a similar roller bar type of design, I couldn't find any wrist rest touchpads. Now you can buy good desktop touchpads for less than half the price of this thing if you want to try it out. It's really too bad the roller mouse is so expensive. I really wanted to believe. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If this video sucked, you know what to do. But if it was awesome, get subscribed, hit the like button, or check out the link below to where to buy the stuff we featured. Probably won't be this. Maybe some touchpads or something. Also linked in the description is our merch store, which has cool shirts like this one. It's a processor. And our community forum, which you should totally join. You should get in there, dude.